So from here, any extra greenery that I have, I'm just going to toss to the side, grab my wreath base. Here comes my babies. Okay, babies are taken care of. Now that I have all my bundles laid out, you want to figure out where you want the top to be. I want the top to be this like big meaty section. This is kind of where I started the wreath and ended the wreath. The thinner section, I'm okay with being the bottom. I feel like this will give it more structure to hold when you're putting it on your door hanger. So let's just go with it. It's hard to start. I have a very hard time like starting new things. And I'll change the view so you can see it in a second, but you just want to start layering. This first bundle is going to be very imperative that you get it as tight as possible. So I'm actually going to knot the wire if it cooperates. This is the tricky part. I did wreaths last year and I used the wire. It was an absolute pain in the butt to use the wire wreath frame. I will never do it again. So from here, your spool is going to be much smaller and easier to work with than mine. Because ideally, you want this to stay nice and tight, taut, I should say, so that you can hold your spool of wire, and you want to give this a pull every single wrap. Pull it really tight. Give it a really good firm. You don't want this to fall off. And I found that this grapevine, see how well that bind wire not only holds, but just kind of blends. I love that. Get these out of the way. Take my next grouping. Guess we're going to go this way. I haven't figured out if I'm like left brain or right brain. How's that? What do you think? Does that look good? Go for it. I want to overlap basically where I just put this. I want to completely cover that, and then you can play with whether you want to have it here, give it a little more outward texture here, make it look a little tighter. I'm going to play with it and see the natural direction of things. Again, you want to pull this wire extremely tight because you don't want anything. The worst thing that could happen is like the pieces flop when you go to take them off, right? Let's take another section. That was kind of beefy, so let's go to the next one. We're just going to kind of cover that. And if you need to fluff at the end to give this like some more breathing room, you totally can. Or if you need to hide any elements, like I don't want to see the wire or anything, again, you totally can. Make sure you pull the wire tight. And we can tuck in some greens right there so you don't see that little bit of wire. You probably can't see it, but I can see it. Give it a turn again. And let's keep going. Let's maybe tuck that. See how that kind of covered the break that was there? Love that. Pull. Most important part. Let's give it a pull. Keep going.